Hello, this is Jackie with Creative Paper Crafting with Jackie, and I am just trying to focus my camera. I hope that you are having a good evening and that you have sound. I have these, the tape so that I can see where to keep my image. So that way I stay centered so that you can see. Okay, and this is the image that I am doing tonight. I have a link on my page to the image. And this is a MyBestie image. Let me get my paper out. This is a Sherry Baldy image. And she does the MyBesties. I think I'll zoom in just a little bit more. Hi, Dawn. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit more. There we go. So this is the shop, MyBestie shop, and I do have the link on my page to the image. And this is the image that I'm going to use tonight. I just think she's so cute. She's in a cup of hot chocolate. So I will get started. I'm trying to see who is on. Hi, Fatima. Hi, Gail. Hi, Sharon. And hi, Dawn, who I already said hi to, but I'm saying hi again. And I'm going to get started. I just am just kind of organizing a little bit. Gail is going live at 8. So I'm going to keep this to 45 minutes. And after tonight, I'll start getting on 10 till 7. That way I make sure that I am always off in time for Gail's live. But I am going to keep it to 45 minutes tonight. So you guys keep track of the time for me. I'm going to start with her face. And we're going to do a couple of things a little different tonight. I'm going to use my pencils and some gel pens. So I am going to do things just a little bit different tonight. And because of that, I have pre-assembled a few things so that I would get done in time. Because Gail is doing a live, and we all want to see Gail's live. Because, you know, she's in her new craft space. We all want to see. This is E000, and I am just getting her face wet. That is what I'm doing. And I have had a super, super busy semester. Hi, Cynthia. The semester is ending for me, and at the end of the semester, we have to do all sorts of reports. So every day I have a to-do list. And because I have ADHD, I have to have a to-do list or I will get sidetracked. So I'm using R11. I'm making her a bit pinker than I normally do. I just thought, I don't know. I thought pink kind of complemented this little doll here. So I'm doing her a little bit more pink than I normally would. Her face. So just bear with me. She'll come together. She'll look pretty. So that was R11. So anyway, every day, I check mark off as I go so that I stay on task. And tomorrow, I have to do my syllabi. And I have about 21 syllabi to do. I have 7 levels, 7 classes. And I have 3 levels of every class, 3 sections. So, oh my gosh, I got to do syllabi for every single one of them. So I got to get that done tomorrow. And then my husband took off and we are going Christmas shopping and out to a nice lunch. So I'm so excited. And we're taking the baby with us because she's, you know, she's like a little angel. So hopefully she stays a little angel tomorrow. So that was the E000. So I'm so looking forward to an adult lunch and an adult, you know, shopping trip. All right. So this is my R30. And I'm looking for my other marker, my R20. So I'm using R20 and R30 for the blush. And I'm just, oh, hi, Stephanie. How are you? I loved your Digi image. Is it Digi Doodle? The free image that we had gotten from Elise. I loved your card. So pretty. Such a great job you did. You always do a wonderful job. Really loved it. So I'm taking the R30 and I'm going around the outside a little bit. to soften the line a little bit of the blush. See, it kind of, well, it does soften it. And then I'm going back in with my E000, and I'm just kind of blending it out. See, just blending it out. Just blending it out. There we go. I just think, oh my gosh, what a cute little image she is. And hot chocolate's one of my favorite things. All right, so now let me just do her lips. So I'm doing RV14. I'm just going to go right in here, try to do her lip, and then her bottom lip. I'm trying to keep this, you'll see, very much trying to keep the colors pretty consistent. I use it like three or four different colors, but I'm trying to like use the colors over and over again. There we go. So there's her face. I just think she's so pretty. I'll go back and I'll do her eye at the end because I don't want her eye to smudge. And I'm just checking my messages or, you know, my feed to see who is on. Okay, so now I am going to do her hair. She really doesn't have a lot of hair there. And so I am using R39, my R25, E35, and a little touch of YR27. And I'm using this because I use this on this cinnamon stick. So I wanted to tie my colors in. So now I do have to move her around a bit as I do this. And that's why I put this tape so that I would know that I was in frame. Because I get busy coloring and sometimes I get out of frame. So this evening I went and got milk and all the baby stuff that I needed to pick up, and I ran into one of my students, and her mother and little sister came here. You know, I teach international students. Her mother came from Spain to spend Christmas, and her little sister, so that she wouldn't be alone. And so I ran into them at the grocery store, and they were very pleased because I had recommended it was a Marriott hotel that we have in town, but it has a little kitchenette and a little front room, so it's like having a little apartment, and they serve a really nice breakfast. You know, I was telling my student would save her mother some money because they wouldn't have to eat breakfast out, and then they actually have drinks throughout the whole day and a snack at nighttime, so it would save them a lot of money. And there was a pool, and you know, they could have a lot of fun in this hotel because our town is really little and there's not a lot of places, a lot of things to do. So E25. So anyway, her mother was so happy with the hotel. So I was pleased. The whole time her mother was speaking in Spanish and forgot that she was speaking in Spanish, but it was okay. I understood what she was saying. Even if I couldn't speak quick enough, I understood. But I love meeting the parents. And this is actually the second parent that I've met that came from Spain. So very close-knit families. And then I had a student from China that wasn't going to class, and we send messages. And when we send messages at the time, if your child gives permission, the parents get the messages. And he wasn't coming to class and things. And one day his mother and father walked into my classroom unexpectedly from China just to tell him that he had to start going to class. And they kind of told him off. And then they turned around and walked out and left back to China. So they literally were in town just for a few hours just to get him to go to class. I thought, wow, now that is a lot of money not to stay and visit your child. I only worked for about 2 weeks, and then he started skipping again. But I love meeting the parents, and every once in a while, usually it's at graduation, the parents will come, and I get to meet them. So anyway, I love meeting the parents. You know, they're always so proud of their kids, and they should be. E35. And so what I was doing, I was just doing my dark and then going in with my medium and then just flicking to my lighter color. And then I am actually going to go in with my YR7 and kind of just gently pull it through, because I want her to have a little reddish tint since I am going to be doing this cinnamon stick. And I just really wanted her to, it all to tie in and coordinate. So here we go. So there we go. And I am fairly happy with her hair. Okay. So next, let's see. I think, because I want to take the tape off, let's see. Let's, I think I'll move the tape like here. And then I think everybody's familiar with why we put the tape on, you know, so the images do not get stolen. Hi, Sandra. How are you? Gosh, it's so nice to see so many people on. I really didn't publicize very much. And I am kind of speeding through because I want to make sure everybody that you go and watch Gail. So I'm using BV00, BV17, and BV13. And I'm going to do the bottom of the cup. And when I get done coloring with my Copics, I am actually going to go in and do some highlighting with my pencils. This one is kind of, let me open that up and set it down for a minute. This one is kind of leaky. They're pressurized, so if you take both ends off, that really helps. Yeah, this one's a little leaky, so I'm just gonna, there we go. Try to prevent a big leak. All right, so this one is my BV17. Part of it might be the way I had my, when I'm gonna color, I put my markers in a container. You can see we have a baby. So I put the colors I'm gonna use in my container. And then that way when I get done with my live, I can easily type them up for my blog, and that way you know what colors I've used. And if I was better organized, I guess I'd write my blog in advance, and then you'd have the colors in advance. Maybe I'll start doing that. But I have to get better organized. Okay. And since I'm going to use two colors, that's why I'm going to go in with my pencils. All right, so I am using BV13 and BV00. And I'm just, oh, thank you that she's adorable. Yes, she is an adorable image. She is. She is truly an adorable image. These images really are very, very pretty. I love them. I love them very much. I love, well, I love all sorts of stamps. I love the cutie images. I truly do. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my BV00. I'm going to kind of pull this color out, and we're going to go in a couple of times here. And in the end, I'm going to use my pencils, like I said, to do some shading, and it gives it a little bit more detail, especially since I'm just using two colors here. And since I'm using two colors, I'm not doing the center part yet. I'm just doing the edges. And so I'm going to go back in again with my BV13. I'm just so excited about having an adult, well, even though we have the baby, an adult lunch tomorrow. Trying to decide whether to go to Biaggi's or to Olive Garden. Olive Garden's closer to the mall where we'll be, so I got to decide which one to go to. All right, so now I'm just going to take my BV00 and I'm just going to do the center. So I'm just going to swipe the center and just do a swipe. And that way, see, I have my highlight. I'm just going to go back in over here a little bit. There we go. So that gives me a bit of a highlight there. Now, I think that I could probably take my tape off now. I think so. So I'm going to just push it off to the side. And now I am going to do this middle one. No rhyme or reason why I choose what I choose. So I'm going to be using RV13, RV21, and RV14. And actually this one is a deeper color. So I am going to go ahead and do the same thing like I did with this little pretty trim. I'm just going to go ahead and do the trim. And see, this is the color I used for her lips. So I'm just trying to keep the colors pretty consistent. I'm going to take that end off too. I'm just going in, trying to gently go in. Gently go in. There we go. Gently go in. Yeah, I bet all of you have your Christmas shopping done. I have to really focus on the semester, and then once things wind down with work, then I can do my Christmas shopping. So, and actually it's not done. I have to work Friday, and then Saturday I'm working my other job. I'm doing the ACT testing. But then I'm sort of free for a couple of weeks, and I cannot wait because I am like burned out. But I bet you guys are far more organized and have your Christmas shopping done. Let's see. Oh, is Jackie on here too? Not this Jackie, a different Jackie. So I'm using my RV21 and just going in here. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me go back in and do my hearts. Here we go. Anyway, I'm going to do all my little Christmas shopping tomorrow. And when I get done, I will be exhausted. Every year I say I'm not going to spend as much money as I have in the past. And then every year I spend a lot of money. Just the way it works, I guess. All right, so this is my RV21. And I'm just going this way. And I'm just going to do one little line here and one little line there. And then I'm taking my RV11. And I apologize, I hear the water. I hope it's not too loud for you guys. It's our well. I think my husband is probably doing the dishes. Pulling. Right here. Okay. And again with this marker, just pull it out. And now I'm going to swipe. So I'm just going to gently swipe. There we go. And because we're using the same color family, it's okay that see with the hearts already there, it's okay if it kind of goes over it. Now I'm going to go back in again. And now remember, I am going to do some shading in the end with my pencils. So I am going to go back in and do some shading with my pencils to give it a little bit more depth. So I'm just pulling that out a little bit more so it looks a little more rounded. There we go. Okay. And now let's do our green. I'm going to just check my messages. I'm sure you're exhausted. Sandra went shopping today and finished all instead of baking, so I'll be baking tomorrow. Oh my gosh. You're going to be really exhausted with baking. My problem with baking is I will eat it all. My husband doesn't eat very many baked goods, and I will eat far too many. BG23, BG13, and BG11. And so just to double check, I like to, just kind of double check. That's the BG23, and this is the BG13. So I'm just kind of double checking. Yep. So see, this is actually darker. The BG13 is actually darker. So I just wanted to double check before I made a mistake. Now this is a little harder to do because see, it's got the like hot chocolate marshmallow stuff kind of seeping over the cup. So it is a little bit more tricky, and that is why I decided to use my pencils to do some of the shading, so that I could give it a little bit more depth. So you'll see what I'm talking about when I get there. So that was my BG13. And then I am going to go in with my BG23. I'm going to just pull this out. Pull it out. So I'll just pull it out like so. And I'm going to go back in. I'm getting marker all over me. And go back in like this. My aunt used to make the best potato candy. Potato and like peanut butter candy. I don't know how she ever made it. I wish while she was alive, would have gotten that recipe from her. I would do anything to taste it again. She was my dad's twin sister. My dad was Carl Ray, and she was Carol Faye. Just used to always think they were the perfect brother and sister. But I would do anything to taste that candy again. So Sandra, what kind of baking are you going to do? Oh, is Jessica on here? I hope you feel better, Jessica. So what are you making, Sandra? What are you going to bake? What yummy things? I don't bake nearly as much as I should, really. We don't have like sugar in the house and some of the things you need to bake. But maybe I'll do that next week for a change. I'm just trying to carefully go in here. And then I'm just kind of going in down here. And like this is a little more tricky because of this. So what I did is I just went over to here very gently. And then I'm going to take my other marker, my BG13. Yeah, I wish my messages would scroll because I can't see if... I'm sure Sandra has answered what she's going to make. A wee bit. I got a couple of hours of sleep. Pneumonia doesn't play well. Oh my gosh, pneumonia is awful. Awful. Awful to have. I'm so sorry that you have pneumonia. It's so awful. It's the worst thing. It does not... It is so hard to have that. So hard to get over it. And then once you have it, you're so susceptible. I'm so sorry that you have that. And I'm just, see, lightly. There we go. Just kind of lightly. There we go. I'm going to go over it again. A little bit more. A little more. So there we go. Just to kind of... I don't like harsh lines, so I'm just trying to kind of get the harsh lines to go away. There we go. Now I am going to do the handle. And so I'm just going to do right here. And this is my BG13. I feel like I'm speeding. And I am, because I don't want to go over 45 minutes. So you guys have to keep me very honest with my time. And it's 7:22. So I am speeding. I am. And we will get done. No problem. I am good about keeping within the time I say I'm going to do. So I'm using my BG11. I'm just going to, like that, like so. There we go. Now, this is the tricky part, is back in here. So I'm just going to go like this. And in here. Right here. Then I'm going to take my, I'm kind of doing this one backwards. So I'm going around this rim. See, around the rim. And I'm just going over to this part right here. And right here. So now I'm going to go in like this. Try to get the edge. A little bit more. A little bit more. Right, like so. And then take this one. Just kind of pull it through. There we go. Gosh, there we go. Now, I am going to do her hat. And so I am using my RV14, my RV21, and RV11. So you see I am using the same colors over and over again. And I'm doing it, it really matches my paper real well. That is how I had pulled out this sheet of paper that I decided I was going to use, and that's how I picked my colors, but I did not use the yellow. I could have, but I just didn't want too many different colors. So I'm just doing my circles, and this is the same thing that I did here. It's okay because it's a darker color, so it's okay to go ahead and fill that in. It actually helps. I hope my big old head is not in my way. And if you have any questions, if you put them in caps like Dawn has suggested before, I will try to answer them. Okay, so I am just going to go in and do this pretty little rim here. Just very gently. All right. See, and this is the color again that we used on her lips. So now I'm going to take my RV 13 and 12. So again, I just want to test them. So this is my 13. This is my 21. See, there we go. So I'm actually going to use this one. I'm just going to go in here, and what I did is I just kind of went in like this, like so. There we go. And the pencils really help with the pink here. So I'm just kind of going around like this. Then we'll use our highlight. So just kind of going around and around. Such a pretty hat. I just love these dolls. So pretty. And this one is going to be a New Year's card because I imagine most everybody has their Christmas cards done. And I'm just going to pull it. See, just pull it through like so, like so. Okay. Just kind of like so. And then I'm going to go back in with my darker color again. I don't know if any of you guys have been to an Aldi's or not. They have some fabulous buys at our Aldi's. One year I got a really nice art set for my grandkids, and now, you know, we have kids living with us. So I thought I would go. I have kids, I have children younger than my grandkids. I have my son, my oldest, well, my middle son is actually older than, or younger than some of my grandkids. And my younger son is definitely younger than some of my grandkids. So I have kind of a mixture of ages. So I thought I would go to Aldi's and see if they have that art set again. It was a wooden art set. It was just wonderful. So I'm going to go and look. I'm hoping they have it. So there we go. And then I am going to go in. I'm going to do like this. I'm going to take my marker like this. Just kind of, I want to give it a little more shading. If you don't have every color, you can make up your own colors by doing just what I'm doing. Just marrying your markers together. There we go. And then I'm notorious for putting the wrong lids on, so I want to make sure I do the right lids. There we go. And now I check the time, 7:28, we're good. I'm going to do her collar next. So again, I'm using my pinks. Now I'm going in with this slightly darker pink right here on the edge, right here, right here, and kind of in the middle. And then I'm going in with my RV11. Just kind of sound like elephants up there. I don't know if you can hear that or not. Just kind of go in right here. I got a little bit on her finger. Accidents happen. Don't worry when that happens to you. Just, you know, try to fix it the best you can. There we go. And I'm going to go in with this one, which is my RV13. This is a small space right here, so it's very hard to do very much right there. Okay. Now I'm going to use my purples again. And so I'm using BV17, BV13, and BV0. So I'm going to take my BV17 and just do the edge here. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so excited about having next week off. It's gonna be so nice. I don't feel much in the Christmas spirit. I think after I do my Christmas shopping, then I will feel more in the Christmas spirit. I just don't know why I don't feel like it. It's like it hasn't hit me yet. Even though I've decorated, it just hasn't hit me yet. So my BV13. But once I go shopping and then I have to, you know, wrap all those presents, then I think I'll feel like I'm in the Christmas spirit. That'll be fun. And then I love, oh my gosh, I love New Year's, BV0. We don't go anywhere. I mean, I stay home, but I just love all the possibilities of a new year. How maybe all your hopes and dreams and things might come true in the new year. I just love the new year. I am definitely a new year person. Does anybody else feel that way? They love the New Year's. We have a job, lots checked there. They had a great art supplies. Oh, who has, if you have a job, lots. Are you saying Big Lots maybe? Is that what you said? Big Lots? Our Big Lots does not have art supplies. Who has art supplies? We used to have a Blix in the city I'm going to, and they closed down out of the blue, and I'm so disappointed because I used to love going in there. There we go. All right, so now we are going to do our chocolates, our hot chocolate. So I am going to use my E35, which is chamois, and I'm just going to go in here, and I really just do this like this one color. And right here. Now, I'm going to do this. I figure it is like marshmallow with chocolate mixed in. So that's the look I was trying to go for. So I'm going to go in here. I love hot chocolate. I think when I get done with this image, I'm going to have a cup of hot chocolate. So I'm just going in like so. And like this. Like this. Okay. And I'm going to do it a couple times. I'm doing this a little heavier. And then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. This is how I did this. Is I took my marker, my E35, and I just, see, just kind of married it together. And I just went in here like so. See, like this. Just kind of go in here. Because I figure, you know, marshmallow and chocolate mixed together is going to be this kind of light brownish color. So that is what I'm going for. I don't know. It's just what I saw in my head. And I've been told that my head's a scary place. There we go. Okay, so next I'm going to do this cinnamon stick. So I'm using RY27 and RY24. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move some of this stuff out of my way so that I don't make a mess. And then we are going to use some pencils and some gel pens. And we're going to assemble our card. Here we go. When I was growing up, my dad you know, we grew up in the military and we didn't have a lot of things because we used to have to move very quickly. They do things a lot differently now, and people are at bases much longer. But when I was growing up, I mean, we moved literally every 6 months, sometimes every 9 months. I went to 22 schools growing up. And my dad used to make an aluminum star. You know, he would make it out of cardboard and foil and put it on top of our tree. And every year I think I ought to try doing that. And I think this year, next week, I'm going to try doing that. See if I can do it. All right, so I figure this is a cinnamon stick. And so I'm just kind of, there we go. All right. So now I'm going to check the time because 7:34. Okay, we will be good. I look at the things I learned from things that maybe weren't so positive. Oh. You know, I don't know exactly what you're talking about, so I don't mean to interject, but I think everybody goes through things and you don't realize sometimes what people are going through, and sometimes their struggle. And I try to learn lessons from things that I've been through. And, you know, a lesson learned, you try not to repeat. Okay, so I am just using pencil to kind of shade. I wanted to give this a little bit more dimension, and you can use your pencils. This is a blender. This is actually a colorless. This is a blender. And you can use your pencils with your copics to get to blend. I think it's a good way sometimes to give a little bit more depth. I wanted it to look a little bit more rounded. So that is why I'm doing this. And I just think it does help. Sometimes we forget that we can mix our supplies together, you know, to get a certain look. So that's why I'm doing it. I often use pencils to shade with. Now these pencils have a little bit of a sheen. I usually use my Prismacolors, but I thought tonight, I just think New Year's, you kind of, I don't know. I like shine when I think of New Year's. So I'm just kind of going in there. See, it just adds a little bit of depth, a little bit of shading. I'm just going in and blending, and I'm doing this very quickly. Normally I would spend a couple of hours coloring this image, but tonight I'm a little bit quicker. So I'm just going to go in again, see on the sides where I want it to, where I want to have a little bit more, see, you know, you can have a little bit more control with your pencils. So that's why I like to use them, especially up here where the foam is, because then you can kind of get up inside, see, and do a little bit more where it's a little harder with your markers. I just thought this was a great image to use the pencils on so that you could see how you can make a little bit of a difference in your image. And it doesn't take a heavy touch. You just kind of, just a little bit. A little bit goes a long way. I wonder what Gail will be working on. You know, it's always something. There we go. And I'm just blending. You can use a blending stump too. I like this little pencil. And then I'm just going in a little bit where my foam is at. I'm not going to do a lot with the foam. I don't feel like this pencil complemented it very well, so I'm not going to do a lot. Just kind of a little bit, little touches. Just a little bit, especially right in there. Okay. A little bit there, just where I want to blend. Okay, and I don't really think I need to do it on my purple. So I'm going to do her eye, and I'm doing it with a green. I love these besties with green eyes. I don't know why. I like the blue too, green and blue. And then I take my white gel pen, And I do right here, like so, right over here. Now, I'm going to do something else before I put this together. Gail, it is something. I can't wait to find what it is. I do think you should go blingy for the new year. Okay, we actually have shading, but this is something you can do. If you feel like your image doesn't have enough shading, you can go in with your gel pen, like so, and use your finger, see? Like so. And make sure it's running. Okay, there we go. You can go in, see, like this, and then use your finger, see, like this, and it will lighten it up, give it a little bit of a shine, like so. So if you feel that your image is not shaded enough, you know, with light and dark, you can go back in, just like that, and right in here, see, and just very quickly, you got to go all the way up. There we go, like this. There we go. You can go in, see, and you can give it a little bit more. There you go. And just a little bit down here. There we go. Now, with her hair, I don't like it as much because I already had it highlighted the way I wanted. So I'm just going to go in a little bit over the top. See? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. There we go. So there we go. So you can go back over your images as much as you want. You don't have to just stop, you know. You can look at them. I often go back in after I get done and do a little bit more. Okay, so now we're going to assemble our card, and it is 7:40, so I got 5 minutes here. So I have actually, this is a 6x6 card, and I've actually assembled part of it because I wanted to get done, and I wanted to spend some time with the shading so you could see how to do that. I feel like I've just been chatting, and not paying attention to you guys, and I really apologize. Next time I'll slow down. On Friday night I'll slow down. And look, I have a bling stuck there. On Friday night I'll slow down a little bit so that I can chit chat. So I have my card panels, and I'm using coordinating paper, and I made my bow. And so we're going to put our panel here, and then I'm going to pop her up. So that is my plan. So this I think I'll have down flat, and I'm looking for my glue. I'm hoping it comes out, and I used washi tape to make it stick. Okay. My glue is kind of stuck. Try that again. Here, just this one time we're going to use some glossy accents for my glue because my glue from the camera, the lights stuck. Okay, so here we go. There we go. Yep. And now we're going to pop her up. On Friday, my live is at 7, and I will slow down. I won't be as quick. And after this, I will start at like 6:45 instead of 7, so that way I'm not being too speedy and can slow down and pay attention to my messages a little bit more and not feel like I'm ignoring you guys. What pen am I using? The pens that I was using are gel pens. They're jelly roll pens, and I have them in the primary colors. I bought the set of primary, and I have extra whites and extra blacks because I actually use the whites quite a bit. I go through them very quickly. So put her up there like that, like so. And then I have, I made my sentiment. I said, I wish you a wonderful 2020. And I'm going to put this here. And what I'm going to do is put, I have little dots that I'm going to put on the end. Oh my gosh. I'm going to run out of my adhesive. I'm going to have to go get more. Maybe tomorrow I can run in quickly someplace and to a craft store, and I can't spend too much time, and I can't spend money on myself. Maybe I can get some adhesive. But I have to be careful that I don't splurge on myself. But one thing I do want to do is I want to go to Tuesday morning. Because we don't have one here in this town. Okay, so this is I Wish You a Wonderful 2020. And I'm going to put this down here, like so. Like so. And then I have some flowers that I'm going to put on here that kind of match my ribbon. It's funny how you buy things in different places and then they end up matching things that you already have. I guess because we like certain colors and, we're attracted to certain colors. All right, there we go. There we go. And I'm going to put my lid on so I don't dry it out. And then here we go. And so this is I Wish You a Wonderful 2020. And this is a MyBestie's image. And I do have the image on my page. Let me bring her over a little bit. Oh, I think I was out of frame a little bit. I don't know why it looks so narrow today. I don't know why. But this is I love Tuesday morning too. And I don't get to go very often. I'm really hoping they have a lot of good craft supplies there tomorrow. But I have to zip through because we really have limited time. Oop, let me see. There we go. I don't know why my camera is narrow today, and I apologize for that. It's usually not that way. So I do apologize for that. Maybe because I zoomed in too close. But this is the image. And this is a Sherry Baldy image. And you're going to see it way up there because there's a big lag. You're going to see it held up there too close to the camera for too long. So let me put that back down. There we go. All right. Tuesday morning has everything. Oh my gosh, I love Tuesday morning. Well, thank you everybody. You guys are so kind, and I hope that you like her. And I'm sorry that I talk too much, and I know it, and I do apologize. Thank you for joining me, and please go to Stamping with Gail Sue. Stamping with Gail Sue, and she's on at 8. And thank you for joining me. This was so much fun. I just have so much fun when I do my lives. And I will talk to you Friday night at 7. Bye.